All right, so something a little bit different today. We're going to be reviewing. Well, I'm going to be reviewing because Grim's not here. Uh, the Rosecraft Pocket Monster. Absolutely amazing little blade. I was honestly shocked by it because I will admit, my original thoughts on it was going to be that it was going to be a basic copy and paste of the Malia. I can never do that name correctly, but I thought that's what it was going to be originally, just because of the handle shape. I thought it was going to be very similar to that. Not to say in the least that I was disappointed or let down. It's just that's what I assumed, but I was actually blown away by it. Keep in mind, I absolutely love this knife. Okay, but that's not the one we're talking about. Yeah, it's kind of funny to me because for those of you that don't know, Swags is the one that designed this knife, same as this one. But to my knowledge, I could be completely wrong, but to what I've seen in the past and heard and everything, I believe what it was, she was a model or something along the lines. She got up with Andy Armstrong. He offered her a job at a certain knife shop, and that was her first introduction into knives. And him being a knife designer, I guess, showed her the ropes. To me, it's shocking. And I'm not saying this to be bad, I'm just being honest. To me, it's shocking that you can take a girl that's had no real knowledge of knives and just let her grow and mold around knives and have someone to create something that, in my opinion, is absolutely revolutionary. So many people out there make knives and they look cool. There's no function, or they're ugly and there's function. They did everything with this knife, okay? Like, I was kind of thrown off a little bit. Let me try to fix this one so I can do a better job. Okay. When I first saw this shape, all right, I was kind of thrown off by it. And the reason being is because I'm used to the normal knives of this shape coming to about right here. And then there's a little groove, which is, I guess you consider that it right there. But this notch is gone. I didn't think that was going to be a big deal until I got this knife in my hand. And something like that for me is you can just tell that was designed by somebody that knew knives or knew using knives. This didn't come from a person that had no knowledge of knives, never used a knife, that just was like, hey, buy this knife. This is somebody with a brain. Okay? Because the knife that she made before is tiny. Okay? Now, they do make a bigger version of this, which I would kill to have, but I haven't been able to afford it. But it's tiny. This is what most people call a fifth pocket knife, which, if you don't know, a fifth pocket knife is that little pocket in your jeans that no one ever uses, that's right above your normal pocket. Originally, I believe those were meant for pocket watches. And then most people use them for change or whatever. But this is where you would normally put a knife this small. Okay. Get back to what I was saying. Substantially larger, though. I love this knife. I don't carry it as much just because it is a little small for my taste. That's just preference. But this one, in my opinion, is the absolute perfect size. Okay? And when you look at this knife, you're like, okay, whatever. You open it, and again, that little notch throws you off. But if you look at how this knife is designed, it's genius. Because what you end up doing is you can hold it like this, which is what most people would do. But if you actually use your knives on a daily basis as an EDC for all kinds of stuff, you take that finger and you put it right there. Then you got this jimping back here, right? And then your middle finger rests right there. And then it allows you to choke up on this knife perfectly to where you can do whittling, make kindling, all kinds of stuff. And you get complete control of this little blade. Absolute complete control. And when I say complete control, I mean the most control I've ever been able to get out of any knife I've ever had in my life. Which is funny because, in my opinion, the most knives that I use that kind of stuff for would be, like a Bowie or something, a bigger knife. But you don't even get that much control out of it because it's so big. This little sucker right here, don't mind the oil. I sharpened it recently. Anyway, yeah. I mean, seriously, it's perfect. You couldn't get any better. I do believe it's bearing pivots or whatever you want to call them. I'm not huge into all the terms. I'm just a normal guy that likes knives. But it's so smooth. I mean, you can see it. No resistance. It's nice. Thanks, Cat. Anyway, I'm a huge Halloween guy. I'm a haunter. I do all kinds of other stuff related to Halloween. And so this color combo, like, I just had to have it, okay? But I do believe this is G10 handles. I'm not 110% sure on the blade material. I don't want to say anything like for certain. I'm going to say I think it's D2, but don't quote me on that. Point being, if it's not D2, sorry. I will say this. The blade edge on this and the metal handles amazing. I've had it for months. Put it through its paces. Use it on a daily basis. I've only ever sharpened it once. And when I sharpened it, it wasn't even like a resharpen. I just touched up the edge or rehoned it a little bit just because I wanted to. It didn't even necessarily need it. So there you go. But yeah, I don't know what else I could say about it because, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot more detailed videos out there than mine about people that are going to say, well, this is, jimping right here and they've got it such and such centimeters long and, this is this kind of edge. I don't care personally. For some people, that's cool, but I'm an EDC guy. I'm a normal, everyday American citizen that works 9 to 5. I buy knives because I need them. They're a tool. So if something looks cool and I can afford it, which is another thing. I'm not a huge expensive knife guy. And I know this is going to sound stupid. This thing is around $50, okay? And a lot of people are going to say, that's not expensive. So someone like me, that's a lot of money, okay? The most I usually ever spend on a knife, and that's if I absolutely have to have it, is around $30. And that's rare. Just because in this day and age of money and jobs and life, things cost a lot. So me going out here and being able to spend $50-$60 on a knife is hard. It's not a necessity. I've got a wife and 4 kids to take care of, feed, pay for the power, roof over their heads before I can even worry about, splurging on a knife. But with that being said, I know there's a lot of people out there that can't afford that, and it's not a lot to them. It's worth it. Okay? Me knowing this, I would buy it again. Okay? It's absolutely 110% worth it. Rosecraft is one of those brands that I will be a diehard fan of to the day I die. Okay? They do everything completely right. And a lot of that has to do with Andy Armstrong. Okay? I'm just going to be honest. I don't know his name, but I want to say it's the owner of Rosecraft. I think it's the owner. I could be wrong. But he's doing it right. They're doing it right over there. They're taking new designs. They're taking modern designs and vintage designs, making them their own, and doing them right. Like, they're taking stuff that's been around for 20 years, 100 years, and tweaking it to take something that you would think, like, you couldn't make any better, and then make it better. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I've gotten another one of their knives in recently, one of their traditionals. That's a different video. But, again, a huge fan of Swags. Honestly, Swags knows what she's doing when it comes to knives. It's funny to me, but she's got it. Andy's got it. Rosecraft has got it. I mean, this was knocked out of the park. I seen Andy and her promoting it a lot back when they first came out, and I seen potential. I mean, I don't love that shape, but again, this isn't about this knife. But if you haven't checked out Rosecraft, okay, they have, I think, about, I want to say 10, 15, 20 blades at the time right now. Not a whole crap ton, but enough. Yeah, check out the Pocket Monster if you haven't already. I think they have multiple, they're like 3 or 4 colors at the moment. And several more options, and just get your hands on one. That's all I can tell you. If I hadn't went over it, which I don't think I have, deep pocket carry, clip, tip up, sexy. The only complaint is not really a complaint. This is just, I'm making a review, so it's my view on this. There's nowhere to put a lanyard. That's something that I've gotten into recently. I like putting paracord lanyards. I don't put them necessarily on traditionals. I put them on tip up carry pocket knives. So something like this, so a lanyard could hang out of my pocket, and then when I go to grab it, I can just kind of grab the lanyard and pull it in my pocket. That would be my only complaint. And again, it's not a complaint really. It's just if you're into that, be aware kind of thing. I mean, if you really wanted to, there's a hole here for you to adjust the screws. You could put one there, but I don't think you would want to. If you're good at doing things to knives, there's a little section right here. I want to say I'm not going to say because I don't know. Maybe G10, I don't know. But if you really wanted to, you could maybe screw something in right here and then create one at the tip. I don't know. There's another set of screw holes here in case you want to reverse it so it's left-handed and right-handed. But yeah, that would be my only thing, is if you're one of those hardcore lanyard people, there's no lanyard hole. That's really it. They've got this here as well, the same thing that I had on this one for using your thumb. I never do. I'm a thumb stud flipper kind of guy. Like, that's what I go for. I don't like the thing in the back. I don't care for those. I like thumb studs. But this, if you're into that, it works. Same on the old one, it works. This is the first knife I ever actually got that had one of these, and I got a blister just from playing with it, because it's literally like an adult fidget toy, because it's so small and so smooth that you're just going to keep doing that all day. But I was actually getting used to it because I'd never had one, and again, I made my side of my thumb sore from doing it, and then I just gave up on it because it's got a thumb stud. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know what else I could say about this knife. It's absolutely perfect. Rosecraft is knocking it out of the park. Again, amazing team, amazing company. I mean, if you're looking for a new company in 2023 to buy knives from and you haven't checked them out, do it. You're not honestly going to be disappointed, because here's what I would tell you, okay? Andy and the people over at Rosecraft are so nice that for whatever reason, you bought a dud, and I honestly don't think you would buy a dud. But if you did, they got you. Like the customer service, quality control, everything is perfection over there. I mean, that's why I'm honestly a diehard fan. They're doing what people should be doing with knives, and they're just good people. I mean, it's hard to find, in my opinion. But I know I've done a lot of rambling. This is a long video, but I mean, I can't say anything bad about the company, the people, or the products. Yeah, if you know Andy, Andy's been killing it for years at some other company. And then he came over to Rosecraft, and now he's killing it again. And I think what's going on, in my opinion, is I think Rosecraft is letting Andy do his thing. And if that's the case, look out. Because Andy is a mad scientist when it comes to designing knives. And there's going to be some amazing products come out of that company. Yeah, just look out. And honestly, I hope to get more from them in the future. Yeah. If I could swap all my knives out for Rosecraft, I would. Like, they're that good. The only thing I do think that I would like to see from them, that I don't see yet, is some fixed blades. I don't think they do fixed. I've seen a bunch of flippers and traditionals. I don't remember seeing any fixed blades. Some EDC fixed blades, and maybe some bigger, like, camping knives and stuff would be cool. But again, everything else is immaculate. There's nothing I can say bad. But again, I've been rambling on. Thank you guys for your time. If you're watching this, huge shout out and thank you to Rosecraft and Andy and Swags and everybody down there at Rosecraft Blades. And I'll see y'all guys next time.